Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, whoop. Let's see, we need... We're gonna have any events on the way back? Oh. Level 20, huh? Okay. Actually, not a bad attack on that.
He's dead. I hear it leaves you. Bloody.
Better go home. Nine! I'll kill it!
Ah, crap.
Stay back!
No Jesus bomb for you.
Die, vermin!
Okay, how the... Ah, okay.
Been a while since we've seen any
The
new...
moron had me laughing at first. But to think, he's a bloody vampire.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time. A proud, wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man was a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. A selfish bastard. But he made me smile. And I was no different from him.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts. Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Is there anything...
How dare...
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yep. A sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
And yet you're still drowning in cheap liquor.
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the first place.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some degree. And I wasn't mistaken.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man. One of the best.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss... Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
So long, Rufus.
Of course.
Let's grow eyes on the back of that head, sir.
What can I...
Should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
Oh, hey, that bumped his up.
Good evening, Mr.
3000.
Fishburne.
Yeah.
You tricked me good, Doctor. Tell me, who will take the blame for your murders now that I'm dead?
Ah, Stronk Key. Well, he was a murderer. Wonder what's so special about his bludgeon. Is that actually a... Oh. So his is like a level 3 bludgeon. You know what? The fuck?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
You don't have any side quests, but the only other thing we're gonna do with the other guys do is side quest. It gets a little bit of bonus experience and then chomp him.
So what they said about me was true. I really was Rufus the Curse, destined to suffer until I died.
Meh. Okay, where did you keep your loot at? Oh, that's how he was down that one time. Okay, that's why I saw him down under the dock. You know, for a shack, some homeless little, well, there's some orphans living in. For fuck's sake, really? What? Seriously, what is it about right there that triggers combat? Is there something... Okay, there's a random corpse.
Turn around, sir. Steady!
Fucking...
He's mine!
Alright, so somewhere around here a bomb went boom. I doubt it was in here.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Filthy! There's one! You bloody clown! I'll kill you!
Eh, crap. Alright, so somewhere a bomb
This
was...
place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site. Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects.
What? Oh.
May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace.
The fuck is... Oh, that's my phone beeping. I think that ding sound. I think. How the fuck did I ever upload that fucking thing to Facebook? Link that fucking thing to Facebook. I do wonder what's faster, blinking or actually running.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
No, Dyson, they didn't all die. I met a boy who survived the explosion.
I never heard of an injured boy.
Not a scratch on him. I suspect he wasn't in the car when it exploded.
In the car? You mean...
Yes, Dyson. You killed his parents.
Why tell me this?
I don't know. Perhaps one day you'll talk to him and tell him the truth.
Who is that boy? How can I find him?
That's easy. Most of the time, he's in the same place. The place you never want to go back to. Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
Is there...
Alright, buddy, let's go. Ichabod's gonna walk back through this area and be like, Jesus fucking Christ! Vampires! Vampires everywhere! And all the bodies are over here in the same spot. Except for the old lady who was in the house. Ah, crap. I'm gonna get buzzed off this guy. That probably would have unlocked more stuff for Rufus. Oh well, whatever.
No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will remember me.
Tribute to the victims. Are there any locked boxes around here? Or locked houses? Oh shit!
Good evening, Mr. Woodby.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
Seriously, I have to walk you all the way back over here? Oh well, you're maxed out. No, seriously, I really want to know, will my look progress to an even more fucked up state than the completely blood red eyes and the pale skin? Like, will I go full Super Satan? You know, I'm marching these people right past... Hey, bitch!
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running...
I know this is right in view of you. Oh. Oh, no. Ah, it tastes like an old boot.
So my Andrew was right. Monsters exist. The guard will nail you down, vampire. My son will kill you.
Isn't your son dead?
You still working at this hour?
Still working at this hour. Where the fuck does it want me to take you? I I mean, nobody will... Oh. No, I think we're going to the murder hole. Ignore us. This doesn't look suspicious at all. Ignore the pile of bodies in the same alleyway and the dead old lady with the same method of death. Hey, Edwina. Are you sure you're not just Edward from, you know, Baldur's Gate, still wearing that belt? Or whatever the fuck happened to... I forgot what happened to him. Something happened to him, he got gender swapped.
I don't fear you. You did not defeat me. I was Sabrina Cavendish. I did not surrender.
Tommy boy!
The sewer dog's fault,
A new hint got unlocked.
Just another lost orphan.
Key to the pub's backyard.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Oh wow, that eating her actually made his experience go up.
Why are you teaching your waitress how to use a pistol?
Sabrina is a nice girl who's already faced a lot of problems in her life. She does not need another.
Huh. Well, she isn't gonna have any more, because I ate her. You are worth 5,000 experience. Come with me to the alley of murder. Off we go to the murder alley. Ba-doop-ba-doo. Everybody's gonna die. I think the only people left after this are... Yeah, literally the only people left after this are Ichabod, Edwina, and... I don't know, Pencil Dick Hitler Stash over in the corner. Yeah, that guy.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting.
Oh, and the sewer skulls, but... Fuck the docks. It's a den of... It's a den of... You know, it's just a hive of scum and villainy. You see nothing! Hey, witnesses! Hello! Hi!
Right up. Sabrina. My friends. What will they become without me? If only I could tell her. Tell them. Too late. Too late.
My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
Tom's revolver! Key of the pub's backyard. Alright, so... Springs, trigger parts... Springs, trigger parts... Lots of bullets and bottles of alcohol. Maybe I should increase my bullet bag. I think I've pretty much cleaned up the docks. Oh yeah, Rodney. I gotta find out where Rodney's at. Oh, that's nice. This place is still healthy at 93%. Until I go to sleep. And then it's gonna plummet down and be completely fucked. Well, fuck this place. Adios, motherfuckers!
Foolish girl and her pretty principles.
Let me laugh.
She's got no idea who she's dealing
To
with.
think, he's a bloody vampire hunter.
Pruin Executioner. Oh.
Lively! It's onto us!
What did... See, you guys are nothing more than common thieves.
Eat this!
You see a well-dressed man walking in the middle of the night.
He's dead!
And you just attack him out of nowhere. I mean, you are obviously the scum of the city. Balls.
It's mine! I'll take it! We have to stop it! Get back in the tree! Steady! Die, vermin!
Now, wasn't there a old guy? There's one on what?
There's one of them vermin!
That's got a double kill with a fucking truncheon.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
I remember there being a... Oh.
Die, vermin! Die, vermin! We are crushed! Oh my god!
I'm beating everybody's ass with this little tiny club.
Christ! He's dead! Oh my god! Over there! Vermin! Over there! One of them
So what, it's over there somewhere? Have I actually gone into Finsbury Gate?
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Ooh. Rubbish bin!
I cannot enter.
Corral? Oh, really? A new hideout, huh? Really now? Oh, I need rivets. Hang on to that. So rivets, huh? Didn't I get a new... Attack speed 10, stamina 25.
It's locked.
Oh.
It's locked, all right.
We're still alive and healthy.
Yeah, fuck it. Also, apparently a couple events have happened here.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel
Good
my
evening,
blood
Mr.
boil
Elwood.
with-
Evening.
Good.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I cannot enter.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I'd never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the Skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a Skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of Skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
A pleasure as always, Edgar.
Well, let's see, just... ooh, shinies. Where, oh where... Fuck. That is funny, she actually, I mean, it doesn't give you an experience thing, probably because you can't ever get that high, but fucking level 20 mesmerize.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by scars.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
According to Old Bridget, Skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Okay, were those the... Yeah, that removed the... Okay, so talking to those two was... the exclamation points. I don't want to eat the people in my house. It's my home. I don't eat people everywhere else. And I am very, very, very curious, though, just to see how fucked the dock is. I might actually lose access to those other two, but I am very curious to see just how fucked shit gets. Actually, technically, other three, when I think about it. Oh, I'm starting to get old veiny. Okay, does this do any additional... that's blood damage. Does this do any... I think I'll take this one. Now we do not want the instant heal. Yeah, because I went for you trade more blood to heal yourself. That one didn't go so well. Yeah, I wanted the one with more... Okay. And alright, that actually used it up pretty nicely. Alright, how fuck did that place get? The following night, the heavy-hearted must report the murder of Sean Patrick Hampton, founder of the Hampton Asylum and renowned benefactor of the East End. The parishioner who had come for morning mass found Sean at 6 a.m. Police are currently investigating the crime. It's hard to imagine what might have motivated such villainy. Sean, also known as the Sad Saint, was a philanthropist, a lover of mankind, who was deeply loved in return. A man of faith who devoted his life to nurse the poor and sick. Aside from food and care, he also provided his flock the nourishment of the heart, and held regular masses for those that even the most altruistic churches would reject. Sean invests dearly, and the consequences of his loss are already felt. Without his charisma, the closure of his night shelter was inevitable. Many people are now living in the cold and contaminated streets. Without a roof, men and women will get sick, some will die, and no one will do anything. The murderer did not only take a life, he extinguished hope in a part of the town that desperately needed it. Sean was a ray of hope in the East End, and for having met him many times, I can affirm that his goodness extended past his faith. He was a good man, a truly good man. His loss is a catastrophe, and I cannot picture what sick mind or deplorable turn of events might have brought this tragedy upon us. May the sad saint rest in peace and watch over our mediocre souls. Fuck it. It has degenerated to hostile. Newspaper, The Fall. Oh. No, this catastrophe is no surprise. Since 2 a.m. today, the docks of the East End are officially segregated. The police report stated that a sudden escalation in violence has forced the authorities to isolate the area. Inhabitants were evacuated to temporary shelters. Since then, local authorities in Scotland Yard have been juggling their responsibilities in this event. Was it the fault of the gangs that bled out of the district unopposed, or the rumored madmen that killed the inhabitants uncaught? No, it wasn't. Those who say this came off as a surprise are liars, blind men with the judgment of children. It wasn't the gangs. They have been part of our city for so long that crime is part of the day-to-day life here. It wasn't a serial murderer. Our physicians refuted the ideas, identifying the cause of death that ranged from old age and sickness to homicide. No, it wasn't a single specific culprit. Despite your hopes, it was you, me, everyone. Everyone foresaw this fall, and now, cowards that we are, we pretend to be astonished when faced with the inevitable. It is we who did nothing, we who should repent. My thoughts go to friends, my neighbors, and to strangers alike. May you find your loved ones safe and well. So, oh! I did lose out on both of them. They are dead. Or all three of them, actually. Well, at least now we know. Now we know that if you completely butt-humble a burrow, everyone just outright dies. So I missed out on a few thousand experience. But I can probably go lunch upon some people in another district to make up for that. Who knows, eventually maybe I'll decide to eat everyone here. Let's see. Who's sick? Strickland's got a headache. She's got a headache. You've got a headache. You've got a fucking migraine. Unfortunately, I can't actually make headache remedies.
And I thought last time.
I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
Hmm?
Hey, Doc.
I'll leave.
Jesus. I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
Well, anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.